What is going on, everybody? You can call me Heroes 3 Guy, and this video is going to be part 7 to our playthrough of the map, Epic Map. Yes, where we left off last time out, my friends, we reclaimed Lost Hold, our castle that we started with, and it was important that we got one of these castles here for quick access to the whirlpool. So we do now have Town Portal. It was good we got one of these. We figured we might as well get one that gives us units we're accumulating. Also, guys, it's also nice to have access to a mana vortex. We have lost our original 2 dungeon castles, so that is going to be very nice. But yes, as opposed to before, we'd have to, Town Portal here, get an airship, zoop, land, go through there. So we do have better access to a whirlpool. Of course, a couple different places we are looking to go with the whirlpool. We're definitely wanting to try to get back into the middle. There's so many goodies on this map. We did just get the Spellbinder's hat, which we do. I am the creator of this map, so I do know where you turn it in. These guys say, bring me the one and only Spellbinder's hat. So you choose between these, and one of them takes you here, 250 of each join you, and then you get this artifact, bunch of gold, and then you go back in there to exit, and it poops you out. Forget where it poops you. I think it's hiding behind one of these. Can't remember where it poops you out. Anyway, it poops you out somewhere. You get pooped out, or no, hold on, let me double check this. So this is the, oh yeah, no, it takes you, poops you out right here. Poops you. But then the other one, which I do kind of like this artifact a little better. This is kind of the good guys area, but we're not really using many of those units. We're using more of the others. So I would like to go there at some point, get those guys to join me, get that nice artifact. Other things up here, we do now finally have the quest border guards to go through here. I believe we're the only player that has all 3 of them. This would be a nice safe place. It's somewhere we could port to, but unfortunately we can't port out of. So if we wanted to, get out of here, we'd have to summon a boat, hide behind these if there's trouble around, and then zoop, come over here. There's land here. You can tell from the shipyard there, and because I created the map. And then you dock off, and then we can port away. So I would like to take those out. I need to up those guards. They're nothing, but these guys have some stiff guards, if I remember correctly. So I'd like to get, in the water here and visions on them. So that's something else I could look to do. I am with another hero coming up to get the last Keymaster's tent. I think it's this light blue. We could come through here. This is another place we could Town Portal to and poof right back out of. I don't think it offers Chaos Hydras, but I know it's doing these Mighty Gorgons, which also we come here to this guy, Mighty Gorgons. If we get that, and then we also go to prioritize this area here, I don't know if they join me or not. Man, we could get a lot of those, and they are a worthy unit. We're going to have a lot of big battles where lots of things, like you may think, I got all my phoenixes in a battle. You're going to have battles where some of your stacks are hurt so much they're no longer worth keeping in the army, or they just get flat out eliminated, and then you're going to have to replace them to take out another beastly guy. So Mighty Gorgons are going to have their time to be in the army, at least for a big battle or 2. So those are some of our options, but we do have, gosh, I feel like I'm rambling here. We do have a lot of heat in this area where we want to go. Of course, Devourer is on this little island here. There's a pesky guy over here, I think Z. He's got nothing, but we do have Legionnaire, who is a beast, has great primary stats, a very, very good army, great spells, great secondary skills. I did edit those guys to be very potent, very threatening, and he does have 1 dimension door per turn, so it's a little risky in there. So I'm not quite sure where we want to send him. We're gonna see how things shake out. She's just kind of chilling. What I can do, actually, now that I think about it, I think I'm actually gonna send her down, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I don't have a ton of army strength. I think I have enough. I'm going to cast Visions, see if those guys will join me. If so, I think this is the entry point to it. We're going to come up here. That's a good amount of them, though. and then come out there and see if we can't take that over. And then we do have her. She's just chilling, and a good old scout. Ah, that's right. We're going to bring him back here to drop off perhaps some more troops, I believe, to give to him next turn, where he's going to town portal. But then we're going to have him come on up, take that out, boom. And then we also do have, we did cast visions. These guys are joining us. I want to let them grow more. And I'm going to roll the dice that someone else doesn't land there and pick them off before we have a chance to get to them. And then we also have the likes of these guys we can look to try to pick off now, and then get access to these areas and all that goodies. So, alright my friends, I'm rambling. We're going to make some moves. Let's get into it. Likes, comments, subscriptions really, really do mean a lot to me and this channel, my friends. It really does. All free, quick, easy ways to support the channel. I'd love any feedback on this map. We want to make it better and better and better over time. Little tweaks, little changes. And then also, if you want to go the extra mile, consider donating via PayPal, via Patreon. Check out the links below. Consider becoming a channel member. 99 cents per month, less than $1 per month. It's like buying a pretty affordable lunch for a Heroes 3 guy once a year. You know, consider there's little cool perks that come with it. A bunch of members-only posts, polls, pictures, things like that. And also check out the H3G merch store. Get yourself some merch and support the channel. So yes. Alright, we're going to get into it, my friends. We're going to set this timer for an hour. Let's... Kitty cat. Oh, kitty cat. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Alright, boom, boom. I like a boom. Alright, clock is ticking. And we'll probably go a little more than an hour. A little bit more than an hour. I've got the power! Uh-oh. Which hero is that again? Is that Vindicator? He'll get himself 5,000 Naga Queens. See, the AI won't open those bottles. That's a lot of resources up there. Butt munching. I do have 16 spell power, probably, maybe not quite close enough. Yeah, let's get here. Come on. They're in the mood for a fight. Yeah, I think I edited these guys all to attack automatically. So, there's not a ton of them. Alright, fair enough. Just wanted to remind myself of that. So then, we are going to come back to... Where are we at here? Was it Lost Hold? No, not Lost Hold. Moss Wood. Mossy Wood. We're going to come here. Now, we do have a lot of gold. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Oh, and then we might as well do a little bit of that. And Crimson Coatls are nice. Hold on. Zif's got another 100 and some. I do like Crimson Coatls. They are cheap. And the utility of having that invulnerability in a turn really does help pick off neutral army stacks while minimizing casualties. I'm going to go ahead and grab them. I'm tempted to get them for that speed, but morale's starting to be a little bit of an issue. Let's go ahead. Let's come to our one and only. Oh my goodness, yes. Ow, that is nice. Okay. And we're going to go ahead, come back to Mosswood. Because one, we're going to grab our enchanters that we failed to grab. And then we're going to get up moving this way to grab those from him. And then he will have, Yeah, 29 Azuris. Do I want to throw Azuris in my army? Maybe I could swap out the Azuris for the Crystal Dragons. That would give us more speed, higher chance going first, and it would give us that fear aura. Might as well, yeah, we're just going to have that guy keep his green dragons. And I think the green dragon should be enough to mess with that fool. Alright. We're going to keep this guy there. This guy's chilling. Arlac, what we got here? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Another Hydra. Hydras. Slithery Hydras. And of course, we did do that quest a while back to... Oh, I need to check who that is. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, one of them's Dracon. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Tan and Pink are going through and taking a lot of goodies out from underneath the other players. And one thing I kind of asked you guys about is those hero camps for Tan. Oh, yeah, I do need to do it, actually. I really do need to do it. Now I've made up my mind, and I'll explain why. And this could be somewhat anticlimactic if this actually, what I'm afraid of happening, does happen. So, you know, originally, I had these, you know, around the map. I only had that one quest gate for the Emblem of Cognizance, the key to the home way. You know, originally I had these, you know, where are we at? These little mini bosses where I didn't have these quest gates here. I just put a patrol on them to where they couldn't go off their cursed grounds. And Fade couldn't go off this magic. And Adrian couldn't sail off the fire. It kind of fit the story around them, you know. The witch can only sail on fire. Then I had to add these in here that only allow a certain class of hero through. And all the heroes that you're going to be able to get from the hero camps around the map, they're going to fit into the class that these allow. Whereas Yogg and Monarch, a barbarian, and a Beastmaster, you can't get any of them. None of the other players can get them, so they're the only ones excluded. Also, you know, the final bosses who don't move, they are a barbarian and a Beastmaster. And the reason I wanted that, or it would be the case, is I wanted to keep, obviously, barbarians and Beastmasters out. I wanted to keep Monarch and Yogg, and Devourer out, because I don't want them to interact with the other mini-bosses and do some stupid trading and throw off the flow of things, the goal of the map. So if they came here and town-gated, you know, back here, you know, took this dude's ridiculous army off of him, that would make, you know, Devourer overpowered, and it could make War Beast, you know, the final battle, anticlimactic. It's not the intention of the map. And, you know, same with these mini-bosses. I didn't want them, you know, there's some pretty good rewards for killing such many bosses, and if someone comes in here and, you know, trades all the army strength off of him, or perhaps there's a certain you know, type of battle that I wanted, a tricky type of battle I wanted the player to encounter that revolved around maybe artifacts. Maybe they traded off some artifacts and that kind of thwarted the whole tricky battle. So I didn't want any trading. And now motherfucker has Dracon, who's roaming around the map. And the problem with that is, wizard. He's a wizard. Wizards can get through there. So if Dracon roams around the map, alright, he gets an Emblem of Cognizance, he goes into the town gate, he can just ruin the freaking plan. He could come here and take a bunch of shit off of him, start roaming around the map, and now War Beast's final battle's dumb. Just because my original thought was, should I put another one of those gates to block, you know, Monarch or Yogg or Devourer from getting those, you know, and this guy here, you know, that's Galu, Dracon, and then of course, you know, Bidley here. And I think I should. That's another way the map, it's you know, it could be unlikely, what are the odds, but it could really ruin it. And so I'm going to do that. All right. Let's come here. Let's interact with this fool. Any goodies we should get off of him? He's already got a golden goose. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab them. Let's grab them. we're going to give him those and take those. So we'll have 38 of those and those. He'll be able to take out those ghost dragons, no problemo. So let's go ahead. And then I could, yeah, they may join. Let's get him up there. All right, she's chilling. Forgot where I was going to have her, but now what I can look to do is come back here, double up my spell points, get in a whirlpool. No, it's Astral. All right, he's not getting 5,000. Only Vindicator. You know, I could probably make a break for this. He's way over there on land, on cursed grounds. He's on an island. I think I can make a break for the water and go and get at least the okay. Oh, I didn't double my spell points. All right, well, I do have a good amount. All right, so we're going to go there. Not quite sure what I want to do with this guy. We're just going to press turn because I feel like my gameplay is kind of sluggish. Sluggish, but it's getting hot in here. Alrighty. And, you know, this whole little area here. Alright, Cat, you're just way too full of energy today. I like it, though. I like it. She's gonna jump up on my lap in, like, less than 5 seconds again. And, yep, she's back up on my lap. Alright, come on, just lay down. So this little area here, if you notice where these swamp trees are, that's where swamp is. There's little patches of land, little patches of water. So swamp, water, swamp, water, swamp, water. So the only way you could get across that, you know, on cursed grounds is you'd have to summon a boat, get in it. Boom. Summon a boat, you know, dock off, land, that sort of thing. Make your way all the way over here. And then this requires you to get the boots of levitation. Of course, it's over here. And you need every single, so you need the 6 Keymasters tents around the map, and then the 7th and 8th one, of course, I think I've mentioned, are up here in these lands of Balfagor and Warbeast, which you get to through here. It's 4,000 Rust Dragons. And again, I think that excludes everyone but Barbarians and Beastmasters. And what that does is you get that, you trade that in. This box is just everything you could ever ask for. It's got all the best spells, gives you max primary stats, fun, you know, luck, morale, movement points, whole bunch of goodies, town portal, and then of course you get the box in order to get out of here. Because you'd be trapped there. You need another pair to get back through. You simply just move where the box was, and then you can town portal home. But it could be kind of a distraction to certain players. You know, a human player too may come here, wonder what it is, spend the time. It'd be kind of annoying. And of course, if you have the boots of levitation on, you can just throw them on and freely run across it. So I wonder if I should put some sort of event there, at least for the human, that says, you know, the boots of levitation are required to get the prize. I don't know. So, Alright, let's come through here. Getting. Could start taking over other castles. Do we have any pieces of the... Alright, so here we are back this way. He is there. You know, how far is Ziff away from doing that? I mean, definitely want to come up this way, but I was thinking we make a break for this. Yeah. I feel like I need to up those rewards. Maybe not. Okay. And let's just press turn. I don't know. I feel like I'm playing sloppy. Okay, sometimes I play this game and I'm thinking like, man, I'm creating horrible content right now. I don't know what I'm doing with a couple of my heroes. I feel like I'm taking too long with the heroes that I am doing things with. And then some people are going to be like, you're taking too long. And other people are going to be like, you should do some of those other heroes. And it's like, ah! And then I got my cat who just, I move over. Like literally, I move her over to the chair next to me. She's right next to me. Like lay down on the chair. But no, she's going to hop down, hop back up. Or reach across and paw me. Okay, or just jump from the other chair onto my lap. And, you know, I'm kind of hot, man. You're a warm little kitty. So get over there. Mate, will you just stay over there, please? Please. Yeah. Incessant cat. Oh, do not get that power of the Dragon Father, please. May? Yep. Let's move him. I don't know, things to do with this guy. There's got to be something you can kind of grab. You know, I could get her in the water. Perhaps. And get those hiders to join me. Okay, hopefully no one comes through one of those. What is that idiot doing? He just got a ton of wood. I edited that to give so much wood. And that quest is already thwarted because the same player has to kill all 4 of the devils to make it through to be able to trade in, I don't know, about 80% of the wood that he just got there to get. Is it 4,000 phoenixes or 9,999 phoenixes? Can't remember. I think maybe 4,000. I don't know. Maybe I should tweak that quest a little bit. You know, you may think it's a little overpowered of a prize, like you need to kill 4,000 archdevils, another 4,000 archdevils, and then just 2 stacks of 4,000 regular devils. You get a bunch of firewood or wood that you could trade for a ridiculous amount of gold by, you know, all the troops you could ever want, or you could go through there and get either 5 to 10,000 phoenixes. But at the end of the day, you know, if one person grabs it out from underneath you, it has to be the same person. So there's a lot that could go wrong with it too. Okay. All right, Ziffaru, and let's get her docked off there. Hopefully she doesn't get picked off. Get her in that boat. She can just kind of start picking some stuff off. We have to watch guys in boats for, you know, portals like that. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, boom. And we should have more up here, right? Yeah. Yeah, so there's a total of 6 of those, it looks like. Plus there's a few others around the map. And there's one right there, too. Yeah. Lots of portals. You must study the map and see the portals and who might be a threat and come through the portals whenever you get too close to one. Dude, come on. Computer, you're a Legionnaire. Does he have, like, no spell point? Is he failing to summon a boat? Legionnaire. I don't know if he has expert water magic. He has mysticism. I don't understand. He should be summoning a boat like crazy. And I don't think we're at a spot in the game where you can't summon another boat. It's the summoning of a boat. And that is, okay. That works out. That's Devour, not Monarch. Okay. Oh, you know what I could do? You know, these guys are pretty... Yeah. Yeah. Am I probably too far? Nope. Okay, so 7,000. 7,000. Oh. Anything else I want to... Yeah, that guy's... that guy's a fun little thing. And these are all 4,000 of each. Okay. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness! Because I really needed him to get that Keymaster's tent, so Moraxis can do his thing. And that was his last chance of summoning a boat. Well, for that turn. I have to wait a few turns for spell points and try again. So that was nice. I was glad that worked. You know, I'm trying to think. Galthran, you know, aka Gravekeeper. Ah, man, he's gonna get all that goodies there. Alright, Week of the Dog. Yeah, that just has some guards. I need to also put a Questgate blocking Barbarians and Beastmasters out so I don't get Gravekeeper either. Okay. Hee 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 hee. There's all sorts of little goodies that I could try to go for. I guess we're going to go for that. And maybe it does offer Chaos Hydras. Probably shouldn't, but maybe because I like them so much, I put it in there. Okay, see, and there's a... I think that's Monarch there, getting next to those portals. So, teal, okay. And that was just Z. He's getting some goodies. Okay. No, he can't even gain experience. Boom. Alright, might as well grab those. Alright, so now we're making our way. And this will give us nice access here to then get in a boat and access things through this area. And I do not move far. Alright. Galthran, he's our man. He can do things no one else can. There you go. So, and of course, we found out that you can trade in 4,000 gems to get 500 fairy dragons. And that's good. Problem is, their strength is in their spell casting, which is ridiculous. But if you're in an area where you can't do your spells, they're not the most offensive threat. And that's my specialty, you know, their melee attack. It's a lot of precious resources to invest in them, and I know that there's other things on the map I'd rather invest in, and I also know of a few future battles in which their strengths are going to be thwarted, and so it's not the best investment, but I don't know, maybe I'll do it for the hell of it. Okay. So, and also, you know, if I wanted to grab another 500 of them, you know, you can come here. It gives you a warning of what opening that bottle can do, and those are each 1,000. 1,000 of the precious resources. So there you are, right there. Boom. You can get another, trade that for another 5,000. I'm sorry, 500 fairy dragons. And it gives you 1,000,000 gold, which is nice. But then up there is a quest card that leads to 4 different stacks of 4,000 Wyvern Monarchs that join you. And only Monarch can access them. So if Monarch happens to up there, that's 16,000 of his specialty creature. It's risky. You know, it's a big map. He's getting distracted by stuff. So you take the risk. You take the risk. The stinkiest bite in the world! Alright, that's Z. I don't think he's gonna... Maybe he could kill those gold golems. 4 Legion. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, that place could just make you so rich. Harpy's really good. Okay. Not next time, but the ton after. What was I just thinking about? Oh yeah, like that area there. One thing I wanted to. So if you look here, I'll tell you what's. He's gonna sweep through these. Those are buff, like not like crazy buff stacks, but those are at least like 50 to 100 gems a piece. Same there, and same for all the crystal that's lurking up there. You know, you get a. But yeah, so you come through here, you have to kill a good stack there. You come here and you don't know what's in a Pandora's box. Well, there was a hint, and it said something like, you know, think hard why you would want this precious resource. Think harder. Think hard enough, and the reasons just may appear. Well, you'd be thinking, you know, I want a crystal dragon, or I'm sorry, I want crystal for crystal dragons, or, you know, gold dragons, or crimson coatls. Well, that's who attacks you. So pretty much the units that require crystal to be bought in pretty decent numbers are there. Same for Mercury. You know, this is going to have ghost dragons, archdevils, azuri dragons, phoenixes. And then, you know, the units that cost sulfur are guarding there. So it's kind of like a hint, like, why do you want it? Why do you want this resource? Think hard enough, it may appear. I don't know. I guess that's, you know, a little bit more of a riddle than needs to be, because it's also not a ton of them, but it's a good chunk of them. We'll see, we'll see. And either way, frickin' Devourer's gonna just spank. He's going to spank! I don't know, maybe the guards are really ridiculous in that. I don't know, can't remember. I also feel like I should increase the rogues where Scout was. 1,500 a piece, those should be like 2 grand a piece, at least. Or 3 grand. Oh, let's see what Zadar's got. Owie! I can't really draw a breath attack out of anyone. See that? Yeah. That was due to Solomon, was it? Getting 5,000? Either way, they're going to come slap someone, so we might as well get a double hit while we can. And bye-bye. Alright. Yeah, that's mean. And with those 5,000, that could mean purple overtaking teal. Yeah, he's like, shit, make room in the sanctuary. Sorry, buddy. You're gonna die. You know what it reminds me of? I remember that, you guys ever watch, like, The Mummy? You know, Brendan Fraser. You know, what was that, like, probably the 2000s? Maybe, like, early 2000s? Maybe the late 90s. But I remember one of them, you know, I can't remember his wife's name, or the actress, but she had, like, her brother that would go on the little trips with him, and they were, like, running away from these little, like, voodoo doll-like dudes in the jungle, and then, like, he goes and hides behind, like, these little stones. And he's like, oh, the ancient stones, they can't pass them, they can't pass them. And then, like, the enemy of his, who's now become somewhat of his ally because of the common thread of these voodoo dolls chasing everyone, was like, oh, are you sure? Are you sure? He's like, yeah, pretty sure. And then all of a sudden, like, the doll jumps in and just instantly kills the guy. And he's like, oh, sorry. And then runs off. I don't know why I thought of that. Kind of because, you know, the sanctuary here. You know, hey, it's safe, but no, only for me. Anyways, I need to brush up on my storytelling. That's just poop. So it's not worth... No, that would... I already know what it does. That's going to be just too tricky. And with my shitty spell points. Alright, we got to just get out of here. Dog ass! Oops. That's a good little chunk of them. Yeah, I'm just not quite threatening enough for them to join. I don't even know what I'm doing with her. Oh, damn it. I started petting my cat who's sleeping next to me peacefully, no longer on my lap. Now she's awake. Now she wants to come on my lap. Damn it. You know, just stay there, kitty. Stay there. Good girl. Stay there. Good girl. No. Cat, come on. Get over here. Alright, now it's time to dock off. And, only if we can... Ice Bolt. 49,000 damage. That'll be good. I like that. This guy does have summon boat now. Could try to come here. I think they won't join you. Yeah. What is she even doing, dude? Dumb. He's the mightiest of all the Gorgons. Yeah. I think purple's about to take out that area. I should try to get my hands on Berserk. That's going to open up just a lot of doors. He's going to open it. Yeah, fuck me. He's just mowing through. I wonder if he's taking hardly any losses. Oh. Nah, yeah, he's under a legion, under 1,000 of all of them. Getting weakened. He's getting weakened. I want to make sure it's not chain lightning. You gotta read it. Bro. Nice, it's very nice. This is how we do it. I don't think that was Defiler who killed, but yeah. Purple's now probably going to, and then May's been lurking around here. I don't know, with her Dimension Door, she should be able to avoid stuff. And peskily take shit back over. And we'll see. There is that sanctuary that's freed up. And I'm for a cat. It is a new week tomorrow. Kitty, get over here. Get over here. Go on, get. Enjoy the castle. Enjoy it. Swamp hurt. See? He's slowly getting goodies for us. And holding down that ownership, extra 1 per week to our fortress castles. And I am going to go to the bathroom after this turn. A weem, a wep, a weem, a wep, a weem, a wep, a weem, a wep. Ow. Eh? A weem, a wep, a weem, a wep, a weem, a wep, a weem, a wep. Man, I feel like that guy's gonna just cripple himself down to nothingness. Alright, I'll be right back. There. I guess we're just gonna go here for now. A Ziffaroo. And that deadly death stare. Dude, a legion just from that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Scholar would be nice. Normally I'd try to do a better job of getting myself a Scholar hero, but then again, you can't necessarily buy heroes. Oh, see? That wasn't Dracon. But you can learn Scholar at that Witch Hut. And of course, my secondary heroes, none of them have Earth magic, so I won't be able to choose what castle I go to anyway, but I'd like to get a Town Portal nonetheless. Be nice to send a guy in there and snap all the mines. You know, I put a Sanctuary in there, so you could just have some kind of sidebar hero come in here every week. You know, you can comfortably grab all of those. You can hold down ownership of these. So that's something we'll look to do, and here we are. This is going to be brutal. We're going to just go ahead and see. Oh, don't get morale. That'd be shitty. Okay. Now, I will go before them. So we're going to teleport him in. And then next turn, we'll teleport them out. Oh, my goodness. Ice Bolt, 704. Meteor Shower. Okay. Alright, and that's 169, so what we do here, get them back, wait, and then we polish them off. And that's how Daddy does his work! Let's come in here. Okay. Now we have a legion of them. Oh, look at these goodies. We did get a defense. Oh, and look at that. Would you look at that? But as you can see, no Hydro Pond. That's probably for the best. That'd be a little much. So this is definitely a Mighty Gorgon place. And if you look, 21 per week. Gosh, you got the carnivorous plant, external dwellings. Makes me want to shout. Come on now, shout. And then if you come here, another 135, and that's going to be nice for that growth there. Adding an extra 8, more than doubling it. So we do have this area, and then there's also even, you know, this area here. So as far as a quest goes, we could try to, you know, get our main guy headed up this way. I guess the best way would be coming here. It's a little risky, you know, you have that little boat there. If you get him up there, get a bunch more to join you. Alright, so we've gotten that taken. Now this is a place we can safely port to. It's very safe. If you look around, it's, you know, cursed grounds everywhere. Pretty sure there's cursed grounds under that, but you couldn't be too certain for as far as like a, you know. Well, if you go over one, barely. Yeah, see, you could technically, so I'd be a little concerned about that, because I couldn't know for sure that there's cursed grounds underneath, but I know there is. Someone could technically dimension door over there. But it's pretty safe with those guarding. I'm the only one that has all 3 of those. That music is loud. God, at least to me it is. So other little options from here. Pretty much what you come here. This guy's he's pretty tricky. He's pretty tricky. He's got some shit up his sleeve. In fact, I'm just gonna tell you what he's got up his sleeve. If you look there, no wait, hold on. Did I have him be? Oh no, duh. It's Frederick is who that is. So it increases the automaton explosion. He's max level, and he has, you know, a stack of the unupgraded and the upgraded, and he has clone. And so the clone dies in 1 hit, but he's going to do a clone. He's going to activate that detonation, and then he, especially if it's the unupgraded does get retaliated against, you'll go back, instantly kill that clone, and it will blow up in your face for an absurd amount of damage. He's very tricky. Very tricky. In fact, I had to nerf it down. I had it at like 5,000 or 7,000, and it was just dumb. I'd have stacks like this, and, you know, the clone would come up and attack. It'd be the unupgraded stack, and then my guy would retaliate, kill the clone, and it would literally like just instantly drop like 3 of my big stacks. Like, it did so much damage with his specialty and just the sheer number of them. So I had to tone it down to 3,000 apiece. So you have to definitely be very, you know, careful with him. Have some shooters, have the slow, and I think he's got clone. And I don't know if I gave him teleport, but I think he may only have clone. But yeah, that could be a battle that could catch someone off guard. They're like, fuck. So as far as where to go, you know, if you want some gold, you have 4K. That's a lot. That gives you a fuck ton of gold. And then that's if you kill those gold dragons. That's another fuck ton of gold. Sneaky gold right there. Not gonna kill that. Not gonna bother there. I don't see any need to stay here. Astral. I would like to get over here and get Berserk. We do have. He's nothing, but Legionnaire. Isn't Legionnaire still over here? I don't know. We'll end up pressing turn. But let's go ahead and come to Mosswood. And now here's the thing: if I want to get rid of a stat, or I want something to join me, these guys are getting to be a little obsolete right now. And unless they're not really serving a purpose or doing much, you know, they don't fly, they're not necessarily quick. So let's leave a space open. And I could now try to prioritize even more of those guys. Get another Legion. I mean, that gave us damn near a Legion. And it had how many? 8? You know, 3, 6, 9, 10. So that should be, you know, 12, 1500 by the time we get to it. More Gorgons to join us that we could then upgrade. And then this is going to be, you know, adding more growth every week to 2 different fortress castles that are pretty safe, secluded. Really get those things to snowball. So that's a option. It's just tricky to get up there. You know, that's a little scary. We come here, get an airship. You got to watch out for that. And there's, you know, there's one down here. I don't know. So that's, I'm not sure where we want to send this guy. I could go make an effort to try to take over these random castles. You know, I would like to get that treasury. That is 7,000 of each of those. Oof. I really do need my gold to go up some more. You know, where do I want to go? Try to come get clone. Are there any mini bosses I feel like I could kill right now? No, he's absolute beast, truthfully. Same with her. And those other guys are just monsters as well. Where is he at? Yeah, absolute monster. Could come do the Bidley thing. I think right now I could look to try to take, you know, these corners out. But I'm just a little vulnerable through there. Okay. Do we come here, get in an airship, and try to make our way? You know, I could come land here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No attack, defense. Little primary stat there. I can always take that route. All right, so we will come to Westland Pier. You gotta be grabbing my butt. Stinky arse.
We just got a legion of mighty Gorgons. It's going to be very effective against the level 7 dragons.
You know, the truth is, Blind and Berserk, dude, that opens up a lot of doors against these Legion stacks. I need to be prioritizing that. I missed Red. Where's Legionnaire? Is he still over there? He's someone I don't want to mess with, and he's kind of over that way where Berserk is. Circle jerk, twerk. Alright. Now where to go with Ziff. Now we could grab that, come back out, come over here, get ourselves Galu. That would be pretty cool, actually. Oh yeah, that sent us. Where was it? Here. We get some more fairy dragons. We're just gonna wait. Yeah, okay, there he is. Yes, let's let him clear out. Try to hunt these mighty Gorgons. Let's keep an eye on anyone, you know, right? Like this guy, for instance. We need to see who that is. That's someone in a boat that could, you know, ruin our day. Yeah, we still have Devour in that middle area. Yeah, it was right over here. Where was Tan? Alright, Sorsha. Whatever. Hold on, dude. I need to find Tan, who's in the water. I know he's in like one of these here. Alright, that's Dracon. I'd like to pick him off. There's Monarch. So Monarch's going this way, and we don't see any of those things there. You know. God forbid one of the 6, or I guess 5, buffed heroes for the other players. There are green portals down here too. Hopefully none of them are, you know, right by him. And would want to tango. This would be the quickest route, and I think we're safe. So we are right next to that. That is a little risky, but I think we're good, my friends. I think we're good. Teal's hanging on. Yeah, you ain't gonna get in there, buddy. Let's just keep her a little safe for now. With that, come on. Yeah, still a good amount of heat in that center area. Ooh. So that is just Dracon. I would like to kill him before he gets a Emblem of Cognizance and ports home and takes a bunch of shit off of, you know, War Beast. He may be trapped in there. I don't know. Can't remember. Well, good for you, Gz. You just got a stackaroo of... Yeah, that's right. That's right. Nothing for you. You just got a stackaroo of Ghost Dragons, and then he bought those. Okay. And he could come through there, but I don't think he's going to kill 300 Azuris. So, okay. Oh. The timer's ticking. We've been playing for about an hour, but we're not going home. So that's Dracon. We can obviously get enough. We'll get another 8. So we'll have 24. He doesn't have any like crazy spells or anything. We should be able to survive that. Let's see what he does. Blue, you better not take my dungeon castle. Yeah. Badger. Alright, we'll be able to dock off next turn. So he's got 3 stacks. We will go first. I'm just going to move him across like this. So we'll shoot some with our turrets, and then we can use our invulnerability, go out, attack them all, and if we don't kill them, the turrets probably will next turn, but then we'll go first again and be able to clean them off. So he will not be able to take that over. Let's just look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 14. Oh, yeah. We're getting goodies. We're getting goodies. Alright, so we're going to get this. And I know they're not... Oh, they just hit a Legion. I know they don't join us. Meow, meow. Oh, yeah, there you go, Blue. Yeah, it'd be nice if one of my other heroes had Town Portal. Pick off Dracon. I may regret not picking him off now that I'm going to have the chance. You know, he does have a golden goose on him. Let's get the stuff off of him and onto her, the important artifacts. She's also got a golden goose. Shit. Okay, so she now. I don't think she's got a golden goose. We're gonna get all the valuables off of Ziff because we're gonna send him out to explore. Fuck, I did not mean to press that. Ass! There needs to be a way to stop that. You press it again in the middle of this and it stops. HOTA team, if you're listening, come on. Sometimes these turns take forever. You can accidentally click that. I'm not sure of a way you can stop it, so sorry. Should be able to click it again on a replay. Boners. Okay. We're going to have him come through the whirlpool and kind of clean up these areas, and he may get picked off, so I want to get valuables off of him. And I don't think I'm going to need some random army strength to get random shit. So I think what I can go ahead and start doing. Whatever, let's do that. You know what, while he's waiting. Oh yeah, he moves good. Yeah, I forgot what those give you. Okay. Now we have a plan.
We got a plan. We're a man with a plan. Don't you understand? I'm doing all that I can.
Oh. And that is. Shit, he's kind of on my tail. Look at that, see? Scary shit. Hopefully Dracon dicks around there long enough for me to get back and kill him before he leaves.
Oh, you taking your castle back?
Hey, someone finally goes through there. Oh, phew. All right, good. So we're going to be headed towards the middle. Let's get him a head start. Alright. Let's go ahead and fight these guys. No gracias. Lightning bolt. Oh, yeah. Alright, unfortunately, they won't join me. Frost Ring. So that will get them as a 2-hex creature. Annoying. So annoying. And lightning bolt. And boom. Okay. Lightning bolt. Boom. Boom. Mighty Gorgons. Cat. Oh shit, he's right, he's got that. But he can't get on that land without an airship, I would think. Or maybe. Yeah, be careful with that. Cat, just get on your. Alright, whatever. And Ziff can't interact with them. Alright, I'll wait another turn with them. Oops. Here we come here. He could come up here and dock. That would be annoying. Meteor shower. And again, meteor shower. Yeah, might as well grab those. Yeah, and that's for Monarch. In case Monarch happened to meander up there. May. You know, this map could be cool for like a co-op, or you know, kind of a free-for-all some humans. 6 humans played. Could be interesting. Frost ring that will get them over there, and a magic arrow that will also get them. Good work. Alright, let's go there. And there we go. Now Ziff. Let's get you over there. Let's just kind of chill with them for a minute. So now she's got all those goodies, okay. And she's also got a golden goose. Okay. It's a golden goose! Yes, lots of questing, moving around a giant map, identifying targets, trying to get good armies, good artifacts, good spells. I would like to start doing some battles here soon. But sometimes it's fun just to have a big old epic map in front of you with a lot of goodies. You just go get buff, explore, and build. Yes, don't take them over. Thank you. Nice. Wait, hold on. Where Dracon's long gone. Yeah, whatever. All right, fuck them. God. Alright, Ziffaru. Let's try to get him in this middle area here. Get him in an air shit. Air shit. Now you could technically land a bunch of airships right here and block that off. Like, you could do some weird shit with airships. I obviously I don't think you should be able to summon an airship, but I do think you should be able to scuttle an airship. That could also screw someone. You could go in somewhere where only an airship can get them out, and there's no airship yard. You go in and you scuttle their airship, and then town portal away. It's like, haha, you're stuck. Yeah, see, yeah, you can do weird shit. Ooh, those eyeballs, those yellow eyes. Leave my dwellings alone. Alright, and see that requires Monarch. Alright, so we got them all but one before day 7. Not a big deal. Okay. Yeah, I am working on a third map. So this epic map is actually the second map I've put on mapsforheroes.com, and I am working on a third one. And the third one's definitely going to have a lot of action all throughout the game. Pretty cool concept. Pretty cool concept. Even my first map has got, you know, it's just a medium-sized map. There's a lot of stuff in the get-go. That one kind of plays like a campaign in a way. It's very tricky. I'll have to do a playthrough of that at some point for my channel as well. That one's really tricky. Oh, thank God he doesn't beat that. You can't let our Azuris dwindle. Inferno. I'm not even gonna bother. Alright, so from here. What? Oh. I could come back up. Try to grab that. Nothing crazy in there. Kill them, get a gold mine. I'm not too worried about it. Also, with the likes of Red there, I don't want Red to, you know, draw his attention up here. I just took over all these dwellings. I'd like to keep them going. I mean, dude, I'm getting 25 a week. You got 19 external dwellings. 37 a week. Dude, that's gonna add up. It's gonna be real nice. And so let's come on through here. See if we can't get him. And I know we're at a new week here. Oh, 1111. Month 11. I think it's time let's come to one of our castles. Oh my goodness. That is just glorious. Yeah, we come here. And we're starting to get a little low on the dough. Need to let that build back up. Okay. Okay, we got a pretty cool army. So now we were talking about, maybe coming here, getting in a boat, and starting to pick off some of these other random castles. I know no one else has gotten Town Portal, so that doesn't mean a strong guy couldn't get to a town gate, with the emblem of Cognizance. So I kind of have to watch and see where they're at. I don't think a treasury's there. I don't. It could be a place we could upgrade gold dragons, but again, you can't resurrect them. A little eh. I could try to come here and let's see, where is what's his face? He is dicking around way on the other side of the map now, which is nice. Red's no longer down here. We could take that fart right out. So I think actually what we're gonna do now is make a go on Berserkle Jerk. And by that I mean Berserk. Yeah. Oh, can't I, huh? Yeah, that's the other one's 3. Yeah. Don't tell me that. I know what I'm doing. I just had to put on a different pair of shoes and a different hat. That's all I had to do. Alright, so now we got the 900. Let's go ahead and make a little go towards it. And how many of these? Oops. We're getting per week 9. Got a lot of external dwellings. That's very nice. Oops. Dude. Alright. So we're gonna look to get back into the middle. And we're gonna look to, we could stop here and try to get clone. We're gonna come over here. Berserk is Mas Importante. Now if I was the red player, or I happen to just somehow have a lot of archangels, I would want clone arguably just as bad as Berserk for that just absolute potent resurrection. And cloning is pretty ridiculous, especially like cloning. Clone dies in 1 hit, so it's really nice on units that have no enemy retaliation. It's great on Crimson Quaddles because they can do their invulnerability. You can get 2 attacks off for sure. And then, even Chaos Hydras, you send them in, they do their attack, they have to use an attack to kill them. You can't rely on a retaliatory. It's really nice. And that's, oh my goodness. Look at them. Look at them. They're just beasts. Beasts. Ah, beast. The beasts of Tinder. I don't want to see who that blue guy is. Well, you got more leprechauns, huh? Leprechauns. Damn. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. So I believe in my map editor, I've enabled the pieces of the Titan's Thunder to be obtained from the map. So that means, a lot of the artifacts that can show up in the Temple of the Seas or in Dragon Utopias could include pieces of the Titan's Thunder. I thought I had that, but I've not got any. So maybe I'm mistaken and they can't show up. I know that anytime you kill one of these giants, you're rewarded with one of the 4 pieces. I think there's 2 for each. I think one of them has 3. And then, of course, there's that there, guarded by 1,000 Titans. There was a Titan's Gladius up here that I think, teal or, I'm sorry, tan or, yeah, I think tan grabbed. Maybe pink. And I think I've already mentioned, you can, for each one of these, you can turn in this repeatedly. I think it's either 3, I don't think it's 5. So if you have like 2 Titan's Caresses here, you can come here, you can trade one in, boom, 3 spell power. Trade in the other, boom, 3 spell power. And I think you can do that quest over like 10, 15 times. So it's just a place you can go to exchange these for. So that would give you 3 defense. I'll have to double check. I think it's 3. So it'd be a nice way to, if you really want to bolster your primary stats with Artifact that, they can be good, but you're probably going to be using other shit. I know you can get your hands on the, what's it called? Power of the Dragon Father, but I don't care to use that artifact. And, before we get too ahead of ourselves here, don't know exactly what's there. I think there was a blue guy. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about Astral. And I am a formidable foe. I think there are guys that I would not want to attack. Yeah, but if I docked off here, I'd have to run around. So I think we do just hang out there a turn. I think there's some dudes that I would not want to attack. But they're also not going to want to attack me. I'm starting to get to that point. We'll both look at each other, respect each other's armies, and carry on. Who is that fart? He's about to dock in my fortress island. Nice. I'm glad he's not taking over those dwellings. That's really nice. I don't know, is it my cove? Where is that? Same thing. He's not going to take it over. I may regret not picking them off when I have this chance. I gotta be careful about those too. Yeah, I don't want to block that. Alright. You know what I am going to do? I'm going to have her start to go towards that. See if she can't look to trap down Galu or Dracon. They could try to go out there and get Galu. Ooh, risky. What a serpent butt. Slithery cheeks. Slithery cheeks, huh?
This map is the coolest.
Definitely need some stuff. I did make the changes in on that little island there. That was a nice something to find. is that you can actually, even though you can't pass the quest gate, you can still go on there and get those guys. You can attack them if we're going to join you. So I'd expand the land a little bit, make sure you could still walk around it. And then I moved that down one, put a stack of gold there that matches the stacks that were there. Added a few more pillars. Also, I changed out that pillar. Why does that pillar not match? That one should be matched with those. Only these ones here in the middle are different. So yeah, anyways, so I made that change. And he no longer has a legion of any of those things. I'd really like to get that treasury. I have been there. Again, it's, no primary stats. Yeah, my fairy dragons couldn't get off a beastly spell. You know what? I can do a bloodlust. Definitely wouldn't throw a shield on there. And we'll see. Okay. Oh wait, was I supposed to move her? I think I was supposed to move her. Darn it. Ow. Alright, so he is far. Oh shit, he's about to get so much fucking gold. Now I need to be careful. It's that portal there. There is a blue guy, I think. Yeah, right by it. We could end my day there. Ah. Let's get someone there to summon a fucking boat for him. I need to give that guy some boat. Alright, so he's just gonna hang out there. I'm starting to get to that point where I need to call part 7 here to a close. Yeah, I wish I had other guys with Earth Magic. Send them to go get Town Portal. Let me double check my heroes. I don't think any of them have it. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be bad just to port to the closest one. I don't want it hurt, but yeah, nope, just me. Fuck, that's annoying. That's really annoying. That makes for a much less smooth playthrough. That guy's gonna go away. 7,000 of them. You know, I will hit really hard, but they're gonna just. It's just some losses I don't want to take right now. Would I like that treasury? It's just like you could kiss goodbye. You know, they're gonna hit those enchanters hard as shit. You know, they have that 16 speed. Even if I haste them, I'm not gonna have a power stack go first. I'd have to haste them to have them go pick off a few. They can't even do a spell. Yeah, I'd really get a lot of my shit crippled here. So, alright. We're gonna play through to day 1. You're coming for me. So we do have a blue guy right next to a, right inside pretty much a green portal. We gotta be careful with that. Essence of Gelfling. And I have to be careful. Where's the green there? And I don't think he'll reach. Okay, he's chilling. He's hunting for something. Let's see who that purple hero is. Curious. Okay, so we're gonna do this turn. I'd like to see who purple is. Pyre, nothing crazy. Alright, Zif's just chilling there. Let's have her actually come over here. Where did this arsehole go? Okay, yeah, he's over there on that mine. I'm not gonna try to chase him down. Just a waste of my time. We need to come over here and get Berserk. So, man, thank God. I kind of want a contender. He's losing a lot of troops. You know, he didn't get 4,000 Cyclops Kings to join him. Also, he has an Armageddon's Blade. We could have grabbed one of these. So, alright. This is where we got to call part 7, my friends. We're running out of steam. But when we come back for part 8... so this guy can't build another boat. He can't summon a boat. So we have these farts coming through here. They're going to go get ready to summon a boat on his behalf. And then we're going to get Scout inside that whirlpool. Yeah, we probably should get him a sea captain's hat. It's not a big deal, I suppose. We have a few of them. And so he doesn't, lose all... I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it really doesn't matter. It's not like you're going to retreat with this guy. There's no taverns. We're going to get him through there, and we're going to get him into these corners here and look to use his crazy exploring radius to really clean up these edges here. That's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. And then with Moraxis here, our main squeeze, whose army is starting to look pretty cool. Pretty cool. We're going to come through, dock off here. We could come up, grab those black dragons. They will join us. I think it's like 150. Take that over. Get a nice stack of sulfur as well. Come through. And those are nice stacks of gold. Slow would be wonderful there. Absolutely wonderful. I'm going to see if those... I think they're just 1,000 each. We might be able to comfortably pull that off with our spells. So, their ability, these guys doing their attacks, their death stare, their spells. We'll see. Slow would be wonderful, though, that's another thing I need to look to try to get. But yeah, we're going to come here. Come up. Got to kill 300 Zerg Dragons. We're going to get Berserk. We're going to get Blind, get a couple more primary stats. Boom. That is our goals in the beginning of part 8. And then we'll go from there. We have a number of things we can do. I really would like to come through here and take this over. I'd like to prioritize Fortune Keep. It does have the Grail, but also has a Treasury. This one has a Grail. I guess I'd prefer the +2 morale over +2 luck, but that's got a Treasury. And we really do need to let the gold, really start to compound here. And let these guys start to really accrue as well. Get them to join us with that diplomacy, and then have the gold to afford these huge stacks. That'll really come in handy. So, alright my friends, I hope you have been enjoying Epic Map, a map of my own creation. Please comment below, let me know any thoughts, any input, any concerns, things like that. Like the video if you like it, it really does mean a lot, along with channel subscriptions. If you got an account and you like watching the channel and haven't subscribed, just click the subscribe. And then also, if you feel it in your heart to support the channel even more, check out the links below. You can donate via PayPal, you can donate via Patreon. Of course, super likes and super thanks are even enabled through YouTube. Consider becoming a channel member. 99 cents per month, a bunch of cool perks come with it, a nice, seamless, easy, affordable way to support Heroes 3 guy. And if you want to get yourself some cool merch, check out the merch store. That's another great way to support the channel as well. So, alright my friends, hope you've enjoyed part 7. Until part 8, take care.